They expect everybody to do them dirty, because why wouldn't they? A lot of people are not good people. A lot of people want you to believe they're good people until it's time to be a good person. Until it's time to actually be loyal. Everybody wants to be loyal, right? Everyone is loyal until it's time to actually throw down, to actually stay put, to actually say and do what you're gonna do, and like be consistent and be kind and be loving and be thoughtful. So yeah, Scorpio will force you to reveal your weakness to them. Riri said they refuse to be vulnerable. Yes, because they don't trust. Although when a Scorpio loves you, they really love you, borderline obsessive and protective. Yes, but I would argue they are obsessive and protective because they don't trust. It circles back to the same thing. They're not obsessive and protective because they trust you're going to be safe. They're that way because they don't want anything from the outside to come in and disrupt whatever the vibe is here. They don't want you to come up in here and try to switch it up. They like it exactly the way that it is, and the only way they're going to be able to continue enjoying that is if you don't get involved. So everybody else who could potentially get involved, they will put in their place. They will put them where they belong. That's pretty much it. Like, they have to survive, and then no and take care of them. So whatever they need to do to look out for themselves, they're gonna do. So Ms. Janvier said, "Oh, the Scorpio rising loves a little razzle dazzle." Scorpio is like, "What's life without the razzle dazzle?" Like, literally, what is life without a side of chaos? Like, Scorpio may not even want the whole loaf of bread. Scorpio just wants like a little tiny slice of chaos. Like, no matter how good life gets for Scorpio, they will always find just like a slither of bread, a slither of butter, just a little chaos, just to like enjoy with their delicious meal. They don't like things to be too perfect, too pristine, because they know everybody's full of shit. So if it's too perfect, then there's a lot you definitely don't know. Scorpio likes it when things are messy up front because they know everybody's messy. They know this because they're messy. You just have to figure out in what ways they're messy. But everybody's messy. Scorpio knows that much. But what, instead of, like, unlike most people, like Libra, who's like running away from the mess, Scorpio's like, let's get into that mess. Let's explore that mess. Let's figure out that mess. How much do we like it over here? Scorpio does need a little bit of a mess in their lives at all times. So sometimes they will self-sabotage to create so that they can feel like they're living their life to the fullest, because Scorpio is very obsessed with, transformation and growth, and therefore they will force destruction so that they can enjoy what comes after the storm, so that they can see if they can survive with what comes after the storm. A lot of it is about proving to themselves that they can do anything without anyone, which, is very difficult to have that kind of mindset when you're looking for love. Because on one hand, you're saying, I want love, but on the other end, you're saying, but I don't trust you to give it to me, so I will make it difficult for you to not stay true to what you said you're gonna do. And I would do that via whatever means necessary. So there's always like a desire for them to gain power that they perceive themselves to not have, no matter how much of it they actually do have. Like, as an example, Diddy. I just heard that there's another lawsuit that's come out with Diddy, and Diddy's a Scorpio Sun. And, I just can't get over the fact that this man is a billionaire, and he's worked his way up from coming from some of the worst, like, hoods that you could ever come from. And he's built this life for himself, every day waking up and working for that life and manifesting that life. And he finally gets to live this life where he is a billionaire and he can do whatever he wants. And somehow the things he enjoys the most are around him wanting power. Like him seeking to dominate, him seeking to overpower, and him seeking to feel relevance through the use of his power. When I think about all the lawsuits that he's had to face thus far, all of them have been around this issue of him forcing himself onto others. There was him forcing himself into Cassie, forcing himself onto an underage girl, forcing himself onto, women, other women. And now there's a guy who produced his latest album who said Diddy never paid him for the album, which was the reason for the latest suit. But what was interesting about the lawsuit is that the guy mentioned that for years, Diddy was trying to have sexual relations with them, and Diddy was making advances. This is a 76-page lawsuit that was just filed on this man. And the gist of it is that for years, he's been trying to get this man in bed with him. But this man is not trying to be in bed with him, maybe because he's not interested in sleeping with men, or maybe because he doesn't find Diddy attractive. It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is, this is a business relationship. You've come to me to use my studio times and skills and abilities to create an album for you. We signed contracts, and we said that's what was going to happen. But somehow in this relationship, you decided it was okay to introduce you being flirtatious towards me and being overtly sexual. And even though I've denied your advances several times, you're still doing that. And then to make matters worse, at the end of you abusing and harassing me and telling me that Diddy has had sex with R&B singers and showing me videos of him, Diddy, having sex with other famous people. Like, all of this effort to try to get me to do something that I don't want to do because you need to feel like you won something. If you were able to break me into a position that I've told you I don't want to be in. What is that about if that's not about power? I'm not one to believe in conspiracy I'm not a conspiracy theorist. When it comes to Hollywood, do I believe that they can come together to destroy a person's image and career and all that? Absolutely. When it comes to money, there's no low that a person can stoop to when it comes to some of these Hollywood, gazillionaires. I'm sure, what are ethics, right? You're trying to make a buck. That's it. That's the end of the story. It's the beginning of the end. So yeah, do I believe that they would do whatever they need to do to make a buck? Yeah, I would. I mean, that's the business that they're in, right? They're trying to make money off of your talent. You bring the talent, you work hard, and they make money off of it because they have the money and you don't. I get it. I get what it's about. But the fact that you could work that hard to make a name for yourself in that space and still get the most enjoyment out of forcing yourself onto people, that says something about this obsession that Scorpio has with dominating and power. Scorpio needs to spend more time reflecting on that. What is the obsession with BDSM? What is the obsession with aggression with sex? What is the obsession with aggression in everything? What is the need to war, the need to fight? What is this need to dominate? What can't life be enjoyed without a power differential? Without a top dog and a little dog? Without manipulation and control? Why can't you enjoy your life without that?